Hello, everyone. Frank Aller, your favorite contract corporate pilot, coming to you again. I promised you I was going to give you a video about the anti-icing and de-icing systems on the King Air 350. Well, here it is. But before I let you see it, I need you to go over there and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell. It's going to remind you each and every time there's a new video. And please, leave a respectful comment, whether it's positive or negative. I want to know what you're thinking. Let's go to the video.
The King Air 350 uses a pneumatic de-icing system to protect critical surfaces from ice buildup, especially on the wings and tail. This system is part of the aircraft's pneumatic supply network, which also supports brake de-ice, door seal, and other functions manually. How the system works. The de-icing system is powered by engine bleed air tapped from the compressor section. This air is routed through bleed air shutoff valves, normally closed, to control supply, distributor valves that direct air to wing and tail de-ice boots, ejector/venturi units that create vacuum for other pneumatic functions like pressurization control and gyro deflation. The pneumatic side of the bleed air system is used for surface de-ice, wing and tail boots, and brake de-ice. The environmental side is for air conditioning and pressurization manually. De-ice boots. The King Air 350's de-ice boots are air-inflated rubber/neoprene channels attached to the leading edges of the wings and tail. Inflation. Air from the bleed system inflates the boot, pushing ice away from the airfoil. Deflation. The boot retracts to its normal shape, ready for the next cycle. Operation. Can be manual, pilot controls inflation timing, or automatic. Cyclic timer controls inflation/deflation cycles. Key components. Bleed air valves. Control when bleed air is sent to de-ice boots. Distributor valves. Route air to wing or tail de-ice. Ejector/venturi. Creates vacuum for other pneumatic systems. Timer/relay. Controls inflation sequencing, manual or automatic. On/off switches. Allow pilot to engage or disengage de-ice. Vacuum gauge. Monitors system vacuum levels manually. Maintenance and inspection. Regular checks are important because tears or pinholes in the boot's outer layer can allow ice to reattach. Tubing leaks or valve malfunctions can prevent proper inflation. Filters in the bleed air line should be inspected to ensure clean air supply. Operational notes. The system is not a substitute for engine anti-ice. It removes ice that has already formed. In icing conditions, pilots may also use engine anti-ice, pitot heat, and lip/boot heat to prevent new ice buildup. Always follow the POH for correct de-ice activation and timing. In summary, the King Air 350's de-icing system is a bleed air-powered pneumatic network that inflates and deflates de-ice boots on the wings and tail to shed ice, with manual or automatic control depending on the configuration. The King Air 350 uses a propeller heat anti-ice system to prevent ice buildup on the propeller blades, especially near the hub, where airflow and blade flex are less effective at shedding ice. How the system works. Heating elements. Embedded in rubber boots extending from the propeller hub out about 1/3 of the blade length. These boots contain electric heating elements fed by brush blocks and slip rings mounted on the back of the propeller spinner's bulkhead. Power source. 28 volts DC from the aircraft's electrical system. Operation. The system is designed as an anti-ice system. It's most effective when used before ice starts forming. If ice is already present, heat can cause it to slip off and strike the fuselage. Manual versus automatic mode. Manual mode. A spring-loaded toggle switch must be held that cycles power to the propeller boots. On newer King Airs, it starts on the right prop, cycling to left, then right, then left, with each cycle lasting approximately 30 seconds. Automatic mode uses a timer to cycle the same way, but can be set to run continuously or on demand. Current draw and monitoring. 3-blade props, 14 to 18 amps per side in manual mode. 4-blade props, 19 to 23 amps per side in manual mode. The cockpit ammeter shows current draw. A drop in amps during a cycle can indicate a boot not heating properly. Why it matters. Prevention. Proper use before icing conditions prevents ice accumulation. Damage avoidance. If heat is applied after ice has formed, it can cause ice to slingshot off the prop, damaging avionics doors and fuselage skin. Maintenance. If a boot is not heating, it may not be powered or may have a faulty lead. Low current readings during cycling are a key indicator. Operational tips. Pre-flight. Turn on prop heat if icing conditions are expected. In-flight. Monitor ammeter. If readings are low or inconsistent, investigate. Post-icing. If ice is observed on the prop, it may be too late to prevent damage. Switch to manual mode and monitor closely. In short, the King Air 350's prop heat system is a critical icing protection tool that, when used correctly and maintained, helps keep the propeller ice-free and protects the aircraft from ice-related damage.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video on the anti-icing and de-icing systems of the King Air. Once again, my short-term goal is to get 5,000 subscribers, and I need your help in doing that. The way you do it is to please hit the subscribe button, hit the like, hit the bell. It'll remind you each and every time there's a new video. I hope you're enjoying these videos. I really do. Please leave a respectful comment, positive or negative. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you feel I can do better in presenting you videos about the King Air 350 360. Now, before I leave, I want to leave you with this really, really important message that I do on every one of my videos. If you're thinking of getting a pet, please adopt, rescue. Do not buy. Do not go to a breeder. There are so many beautiful, magnificent dogs, even pure breeds, in the pounds and in the shelters that desperately need a home. And you can save a life. I've done it before, and I can tell you for sure, there is no greater love than the love of a rescued animal, an adopted animal that needs a home. They know that you saved them. They are extremely intuitive. I've been through it. I've had that great love, and there's no feeling quite like it. So please, don't buy, don't go to a breeder, adopt and rescue. This is your favorite contract corporate pilot, Frank Allo, signing off.